I think the humanitarian situation in Syria is deteriorated because, as you know, it's 2.5 years. And I think they are the displaced people inside of Syria, about nearly 5.5 million. And which I think really make them a very difficult life because not only displaced in Syria, they have been moving 3 times according to the security situation. For that reason, I think what we need more aid because what we are covering until now is less than 40%. And this it means, I think, we are really badly need to have more aid as much as, because we have, I think, cooperating with UN, with ICRC and Federation and some French National Society and some local NGO. But the Syrian Red Crescent have been, on this time, have been proving their independence and partiality because he have been really entering practically most of the area, except few area, it was hot area, it was difficult to enter. Now lately, with the help of ICRC and UN, we were able to reach these people and to give. But still we need more access and we need more, I think, supply to help those people in different areas. As you know, the Syrian Red Crescent is working in different areas. It's working in health, in working in distributing, I think, parcel food, water, distributing water and the clean water. Also, non-food item, example like tent, blanket, kitchen kit, hygiene kit. This it put in our self a lot of responsibility. And also newly, I think we have more than 12 centers for psycho, which is really now, it's really needed, and especially for the family who have been, I think, affected by this thing. This, it gives us, I think, a lot of challenge because we have been working this work before with the Iraqi refugee, because we have been accommodated more than 1.5 million Iraqi refugee and more than 400,000 Lebanese people during the last war. We received them in Damascus, and but is really, if you can talk about the Syrian Red Crescent, all those people, we have been never make a camp for them. We integrate them by our urban system. Security and safe access. Security and safe access. Because when you are, I think, going to this hot area, you are finding, I think, more than 50 groups of the rebels. And it's not easy to negotiate with them and to let them understand what does it mean, the international humanitarian law. Because I think even from both sides, we are always asking and making our voice loud, please stop killing and save as much as we can our volunteer. We have more than 9,000 volunteers, out of them 3,000 in operation. During this conflict, we have been lost more than 20 volunteers losing their life, and there are few other are in the prison until now. When you are talking about the principle, neutrality and partiality, it's a very nice word to say it. But I think to practice it, I don't want to say that you need a war. But during the war, this is the way, I think, to prove your independence and your nationality. Because if we are not independent, we cannot, I think, pull the confidence of sometimes we cannot pull the confidence from all the sides. We are part of it, but we succeed, I think, to gain more than 80% of the people confidence. For that reason, they say, if I think they will give us this kind of secure, we help them more. As much as they are supporting our independence, we can reach more the most vulnerable people. Inside, on both sides, even sometimes on the checkpoint where it belongs to the military or the security, some checkpoints were very helpful and they do it. Some other one, they say, no, you cannot go. There's a military, I think, action now. It's dangerous for you. They put many excuses. When you go to the other side, some of them, they are coming to escort you. Some other want to load everything and to distribute themselves, and which we will be not allowed to give. We should distribute it. Our own volunteer should distribute it equally for most of the vulnerable people. I can swear to you, we are the only volunteer Syrian working on the ground. We are facilitating for the UN, UNHCR, WFP program, UNICEF, ICRC, Federation, and 11 international NGO like IMC from America, like PU from France, like the Danish Refugee Council, Norwegian Refugee Oxfam, all of them, they work with us, and they have a memo of understanding to cooperate with us, and we are the people who facilitate for them. To be honest, when they are going, I think any group from UN or the other, they go 4 or 5 people, but our volunteers, 20 or 30 people who are responsible about registration, about, I think, distribution, and about reporting and monitoring. Honestly, we have also some problem because a lot of those volunteers, some of them have been left the country because they're afraid even to go to military service, or I think to be killed or to be in the prison. But in spite of these things, we were, I think, very glad and very happy to see some more young volunteers are coming, and we have been since I think 1.5 years making more than 20 courses for the new volunteer who will be, I think, joined very, very soon, I think, the operation. And I think they're asking one of those young volunteers, they asked her, why you became a volunteer? She was about 20 years. And the answer was very clear. She said, I have no money, I have no university, I have my life and my time. I give it to most vulnerable people. And you can see what the kind, I think, of these people commitment they have it for their people. I think it's really sad, and I don't think that it's short term. It's a long term, medium, long term. I think we were not expecting, as a Syrian Red Crescent, to work between 2 Syrians. I was expecting, I think, to help Iraqi refugee, Lebanese, but to help, I think, Syrian inside Syria, it was for me very harm and very touch for my heart. First of all, I must thank the Finnish Red Cross who gave me the chance to come here and to visit his celebration of 150 years, and also to talk with the Finnish people, I think, who have been known that they are supporters of the peace on the world. And we see some of the Finnish soldiers are in Golan Heights, are trying to keep, I think, the peace between the 2 countries. I wish from the Finnish people, I think, to support, I think, the volunteer independent, because as much as they are supporting their independent and opportunity, and they appreciate what they are doing and they're risking their life, as much they encourage them to do, because if they stop, I don't think any aid will reach those vulnerable people. And second things, I think we should try to invest on the volunteer, because those volunteers who are now working on it, if you invest on them by training, by, I think, human resource on things, in the future, they will be the bridge between, I think, how to consolidate Syria again. Thank you.